Personalized one.
Hold on.
Do that one.
Hold on.
Awesome.
Now, do I have to invite
Yeah.
All right,
No, I had already
already live.
Yeah, I had already said it.
All right, there you go, ladies.
Yay.
Y'all are live.
All right. Oh, that's your spare phone?
Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll tell you like
I
that.
can't do it.
No, you can do it. Do it.
You just have to mute yourself.
No, but if she mutes or something, she's going to be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mute yourself. Keep it on.
I had already left.
Keep it moving.
I had already left the scene, baby, y'all.
That would have been nice.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Ebony on Air Salon Talk. I'm going to turn the conversation over to Karen so she can introduce everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. So my name is Karen Vandenberg. I'm the owner of Eternal Beauty Salon, and I'm going to introduce everyone, starting with Alana Rose.
Hello, my name is Alana Rose. I am a stylist. I specialize in silk press and quick weaves and pull-ups.
Portia Blake.
My name is Portia Blake. I've been working at Eternal Beauty now for about 9 years. I am a licensed natural hair care specialist.
All right now. Sunny D, aka Sanday.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny. Nice seeing you all again.
All right. And Janae Samuels.
Hello, I'm Janet Samuels. I'm a licensed hairstylist here at Eternal Beauty, and we're just podcast.
And our senior
Yes,
stylist.
we're a stylist.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Would you like me to introduce the topic, or would you like to?
Well, I would like to give a shout out to Ivory, who's in the house today. She's
Hey,
doing
Ivory.
some
Hey.
great. And to Tina, the bomb stylist, she's on staff here too. She's also a senior stylist.
Mm-hmm.
And to Juliet, who's also our grader. She's supposed to be in grader 1 today.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Karen, would you introduce the topic?
And Angel.
Oh, yes, Angel.
Our
Angel.
niece.
Y'all say thing with my baby. Hey, girl.
Angel. She's not in the building, but we love Angel as well. Okay. So today's topic is understanding your beauty supply store. Who are the consumers and who are the owners? How did it become this way, and what should we do as a people moving forward with our supplies as far as beauty products? All right now.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with a little history. Now, I'm quite sure all of you have seen the movie about Madam C.J. Walker. She developed her own beauty supplies, and back then, the only way that you could get it is by a door-to-door salesperson or through mail order. That continued from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. In the 1960s, we still had a limited amount of beauty supplies that we could buy, but you started hearing products such as Ultra Sheen, Afro Sheen. We used Dixie Peach to oil our scalp, Dax, Mary's, Glover's Mange. You might would have been able to buy them in little discount stores, but really, they went door to door through maybe someone like the Fuller Brush Man. Our Fuller Brush Man was Mr. Thomas, and he would sell brushes, your hair pomades, whatever you needed, hairpins, bobby pins, because there were no real stores to buy them from. Then came along the discount stores, and some of you may remember this. We had John's Bargain Store, Woolworths, Corvettes, if some of you remember Corvettes, which was a lot like Kmart or Targets, and you started seeing the same products there. But we were limited. We had mostly white products to buy from, which would make our hair very dry. We had a limited amount of our own black products. But with the advent of certain TV commercials, such as what was shown on Soul Train, you were looking for your Afro Sheen, you were looking for your Ultra Sheen, and even Revlon, which is not a black-owned product, we were looking for Revlon also. We were using VO5, we were using Vaseline. Some people were using margarine in it. But we have moved on from there. After that, the beauty shop salons started using a diverse amount of products, and they had to buy those products from someone. Janet, where did they buy those products from?
At that time, back like I'm gonna say early '80s, '70s, '80s, you had United Ron Carlo that used to come out. You had Mazzani that used to come out. You had Dudley's. A lot of people should be familiar with Dudley products. They had the irons, Marcel. They made the best irons at the time, and they also had a line of products that was, you know, most people liked. Those were the most favorable ones that I can remember off the top of my head.
And these people were called what?
These were salespeople. They came out and they told you what their product did, how to use their product correctly. The only other place that I can think of that you could get that kind of, knowledge would be at the hair shows.
Okay. But they were distributors. They were much like
Absolutely.
the
Salespeople. They were
door-to-door salesman, like Mr. Thomas from the Paula Brush Company. Now, after that happened, and we started getting more and more professional, licensed beauticians, where were they buying their products from?
Still me?
Yeah.
Well, we went to the hair show for most of the things. They have like 2 hair shows, big ones like Atlanta, the Warner Brothers here, and the one in the Javits Center. Those are the 2 biggest ones. There was one in Chicago as well, if I remember correctly.
And then, aren't they professional stores?
Yeah, the professional stores like Sally's came on later on, but Cosmo Prof, and then you have another one, Salon Centric. Yeah, those are more newer in this time.
And to go to shop at the professional store, what do you need?
Definitely need a license. You can't shop in here without a license. Barbers, hairdressers, estheticians, nail techs, definitely need a license to go in.
Now, come the 80s and the 90s, hairdressing took on a whole new personality. And now people want to keep up their hairstyle at home. And that's when I personally started noticing the birth of the beauty supply store. Sandy, what can you tell us about that?
Well, not to scream my age or anything, but for as long as I can remember, a beauty supply store has been in existence. I would say that convenience has made it boom over the years, over the decades, because people have become more, what's the word I'm looking for? I would say people become more resourceful, and they've become more hands-on when it comes to the care of their hair, especially within the last decade with everybody going natural and everything of that nature. People are more inclined to want to understand their hair better. So the beauty supply store was a means of getting access to the items that you needed so that you can do just that. So you can do your wash and rolls, you can do your roller sets at home, and you didn't have to necessarily go to the salon every week to do so. Is it a good thing? Not necessarily, because you're not always choosing the right product. Like I look at the beauty supply store how I look at shoe stores. You walk in and you have a variety, right? You have low to high end, right? And you have different styles. Like you have sneakers, you have flats, you have sandals. So I feel like the beauty supply store, when it comes to us, it's more like a variety store, and it's easily accessible, and you get what you want right then and there. You don't necessarily have to wait for your stylist to get it done for you.
Now, Karen, you have been to many beauty supply stores. You've been located on Gun Hill Road for 20 years. And I'm quite sure you visited mostly all of the beauty supply stores here on Gun Hill Road and Boston Road and wherever. Who, in your opinion, are the owners of these beauty supply stores?
Well, the beauty supply stores that I had visited, and not only in the Bronx, on Gun Hill Road area, but outside of the Bronx, different boroughs, different states, the beauty supply stores are not owned normally by African American. There are a few sprinkles of African American beauty supply stores and Hispanic owned, but the majority of them may be owned by other races. Maybe Asian, maybe Caucasian, but not necessarily
I wouldn't say Caucasian.
heavy. Yeah,
The
not
chain
necessarily.
ones.
Well, Sally's, Supercuts. Well, that's a salon. That's a salon franchise.
Right.
But I would say more so the Asians.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not really an opinion. That's technically a fact.
That's just
That the Asians do own a vast amount of the stores that supply us with our needs when it comes to beauty.
that is a fact.
Now, who do you feel, or you've been to a number of beauty supply stores, who are the workers there? Who are the employees?
Well, the employees range. There's no definite type of race or nationality that the employees are. Depends on where the store is located. I've been to stores up in Hartford, Connecticut, hours away, and the employees are Black, Hispanic, same thing in the Bronx, same thing in Manhattan, same thing all over. The employees, what I do notice is that whoever the employees are, they're normally people that the owners trust. Like, they don't just hire anybody. I see the same people working there for years and years, to the point where you might not find the Asian people in the store anymore. You may only find the workers, which might lead us to believe that it's owned by someone Spanish or someone Black, but technically it's not. It's still owned by the Asians. It's just that I feel like when the person in charge, the manager, is trusted, then the manager probably is just running the store.
Mm-hmm. Now, who are the consumers? Let's talk about that.
Well, if we're talking about in regular inner city neighborhoods, the consumers are most, I would say about 80% Black. Because the products that they sell are the things that we need as Black people to maintain our hair. The gels, the sprays, the things that, like the weave hair and the braiding hair and all of those things, like crochet extensions and all of the extensions and all of that. We're not the only race that uses them, but we're the only race that's located living in those areas. So we are the ones that's going to frequent those stores.
When weave came in, it was more popular, and we used to buy hair by the ounce. It was, again, that was mostly the Hispanic neighborhoods, and we as Black people went to get this type of hair, which is Remy. That's known as Remy hair. So it's a little bit opposite right there, just, for the hair. And back then, we're talking, if you're getting 8 ounces of hair, back then you were paying almost $600 just for this hair.
We're gonna show about charging.
Yeah. Lugos, Tony Lugos, that's Bronx
here.
Supply,
And adorable.
Adorable.
Over the three.
Can we go back and talk about who is patronizing the industry? Like, it is a known fact that in the beauty industry, specifically the hair industry, that African Americans, we contribute billions of dollars to the industry. We spend billions and billions of dollars, on hair care products, and unfortunately, we don't have much ownership. We don't even have like a 1% ownership in the industry. I mean, I'm happy to say that over the course of the last decade, we have stepped up and we have been able to, get our foot in the door, and we're seeing more up and coming Black-owned beauty supply stores. We're seeing more brands that are readily available for us, that cater to us and our needs in large stores like Target and Walgreens and things of that nature. But it's still not enough to make a huge impact. Like, again, we're not even at 1%.
And chiming in on what Sanday is saying, not only in the large stores like a Target or Walmart, let's talk about the Black-owned online individual people who have great products, who don't have a brick and mortar, who are doing online business, and just through social media and through social media advertising, they're gaining a clientele. So there is a percentage of that, but like you said, and I agree, it's probably not even 1% of the
No,
market.
it's not. And for a group of people who, for the beginning of time, has definitely contributed to this industry. I mean, wasn't it Cleopatra that was using charcoal for eyeliner? Like, am I mistaken? Like, we've created. And to see that we have not been able to get a piece of the pie that we have literally provided the ingredients to make, it's not okay. It is really not okay.
Well, I think it's because Chinese people have a direct connection to the supplier in the mainland. They can go back and they can speak the language and they can foster these relationships. That is where Black people, we don't really have that avenue, and some people don't know how to look for it. They don't even know where to find a supplier from. And not only that, a lot of Chinese people, they'll keep you out. They
This is
won't
true,
allow you
but
to
I
be
feel
in
as
that.
though, to piggyback off of what you're saying, I'm sorry, but Jamaican black castor oil does not come from China. And if we want to be serious about it, a lot of the people that are creating black-owned brands and products, they have direct connections to people in Africa. They have direct connections to people in the Caribbean, where they can get the shea butter, they can get the cocoa butter, they can get the castor oil, they can get the aloe, they can get everything, the neem, the almond, they can get it
But at
all.
what
The
price?
problem is, it's not even the price, because the currency exchange, you go to a place like Jamaica, your dollar will go far. The problem is, but the difference, I would say, the difference, not the problem, the difference between us and them is they're willing to stretch their hand out to their brother and their sister and say, I will help you. Whereas, and unfortunately, y'all can jump down my throat after the statement, and I'm perfectly fine with it. Whereas, we are not doing the same thing.
I don't agree.
It comes at a cost and it comes at a price.
Just
I
to
think
piggyback on
there's
that
a lot
bit,
to that.
yeah, I can remember going to the show back into, I'm going to say it was like early 90s, and we went to the hair show. We went to the hair show at the Javits Center. So we wanted to buy, because it just so happened, shout out to Miss Allen, we love you, Beauty Bucks Days. She actually had a supply store, black owned, black everything. So we went down there and we said we wanted to buy the colored spray. I don't know if anyone remember that.
I do.
We were buying, at the time, we thought we was popping, because here we are, we're saying we're going to buy 12 dozen, that's like a gross, that's like 144.
Right.
The Asian man said to us, yes, that's all well, but when they buy it by the pallet, the
Right.
freight. So it's the amount.
Thousands.
And it's not because it's all of them collectively, like you're saying. They get
They're
it
helping
together.
each other.
Yeah, they do.
They're
And
helping
then
each other.
the amount.
It's nothing to buy by the hundreds, because honestly, I don't personally, you don't know how something is going to perform. Remember, we're now stepping into our own. So to even get a lab to test your product is difficult. A lot of these Instagram people that are selling their products and stuff, kudos to you, shout out to you, I am proud of you, but we gonna keep it real and let it be known that you are the same ketchup as Heinz and the Costco brand, you just got a different label. It's very hard to put an authentic product out there that has authentic ingredients, because we don't even have labs that can help us the way we need to be helped. And when we do find a lab that can do that, the cost is exuberant. It's a lot of money. But that being said, we can still do it on our own when we choose not to.
Well, shout out to
yeah.
Design Essentials, Lasani, and quite a other few of them that do have it. We've known Matthew, shout out to Matthew with Design Essentials. We've known him since the 80s.
And
And he
Matthew,
does have those things.
and Matthew is also a distributor. And not only that,
Matthew got a lab?
No, he's a distributor.
Yeah, they
You have
have
Design
Design
Essentials.
Essentials.
Yeah.
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
He's a distributor. I didn't say he
Well,
owns
no,
it.
But
Right.
what we're talking about at the present,
You want a lab owner.
right?
so that
We're
other
talking
people
about
can bring it to
authenticity
lab.
of
But it's
products.
not
Like
authenticity.
nothing away from Matthew. I love Matthew. He's one of my distributors. But what I'm talking about when it comes to our brand and our product is we do not come together. There's a lot of bio majors who are African American, but they don't have labs. There's a girl that I saw on YouTube, and she was literally breaking down how to make something as simple as a lip gloss. But we don't have that here. I think there's only one I can think of in Harlem, but it's exuberant. The cost of it is ridiculous. So while I understand that, and to get product in and things of that nature, do what we used to do back in the day. When you sold out, and you had to wait until I got it again. so that I can do it again. The problem we're facing is we want it here, we want it now, and we want it instantly. So we don't come together to say, all right, boom, we're gonna put together this product and we're gonna make sure that it's constantly available. We don't do that. The people who actually sit down and say, I'm gonna go. There was a girl that went all the way to China when she started her hairline. She went to China and she literally went to various factories and she didn't only just order samples. She didn't only look at how clean the factories kept. That's none of my business. Like, I'm sorry. If y'all want to be humanitarians, that's on y'all, but that's not me. Like, I'm doing a different business here. And she literally goes about looking at everything and like, okay, this is like, I like when you stitch it like this. I like when you do it like that. Because it became such a big thing and more people started doing it.
But can
You
everybody
can't do
afford
it
it?
more. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
We don't need to go to China. We don't. That's the problem. That's problem number uno. Going to China. Go to Africa. That's where the raw material is.
But where are you gonna get the hair from?
No.
All the hair from China?
No. I'm not talking about hair. What
Well,
about products?
The
See,
products.
the hair and the product is two different things.
Right.
But
The,
now
the
you
hair
get-
can be another topic.
But don't you get a discount when you get like you order a bulk of hair and they say, okay, we'll give you this product because you're ordering so much hair, we'll give you this product for
No,
maybe
they're not giving no product for free.
Not for free, but wouldn't they give you a discount because you're ordering so much of something else?
In China, no.
No.
They tell you the wholesale price is the wholesale price.
Yeah, this wholesale they going no longer.
You can you bargain? Can you
bargain?
bargain? Absolutely.
But we
Because
need
I
to
have
not go to
bargained.
China.
Well, I mean,
not
we
go
need
China.
not to, but then, like, unfortunately, where can we go?
Right.
We need to speak among ourselves. Like you said, there's a lot of bio majors. We need to do some research. What is in this product? Aloe, this, that, whatever. Vitamin E, vitamin this, vitamin that, this kind of oil. We need to find out where those things are growing, which is not China.
No.
Join together collectively and financially and join and okay, I always say this. This has nothing to do with here, but if we want to do something, we have to do it as a group. If we, like, let's take the NBA. If there's a basketball player from every hood in the United States, right? But there's crime in every hood in the United States. The one with the money, which all the ball players and the athletes, entertainers, whatever, join together with other people. Let's say Kanye is from Chicago, Obama's from Chicago, Oprah's from Chicago. Everybody with money from there. Who else? Jordan, all of them. Join together with those rich people from there. Why is that still the biggest gun capital in the United States? Same thing with here. You know what I'm saying? There's so many celebrities from New York City. There's so many from LA. Celebrities.
We know what that's due
Join
to.
in with.
It's
No,
due to pessimism.
forget about that. That's what we don't even want to say those words. With the hair, with the product. Join in with the people who are the professionals, who know biology, who know what chemicals or what naturally grown products go into what kind of grease and spray and oil. And let's get together and let's create them.
I don't disagree.
Forget China.
I
That's
don't
the
disagree.
problem. That's
I
the
don't
problem.
disagree. I wholeheartedly agree with you, but as I said before, when I first said this, we can't band together because it comes with a lot of questions. And
What kind of question?
if I go to 5 people right now and I say, listen, I want to open up this big, beautiful salon, and if all 6 of us come together and we all throw in $1,000 a piece, that $6,000 we'll be able not only to get the location, but start operating, and I'll be able to give everybody back their $1,000 and then some back.
I would be the first one.
Wait,
No, it's
let me
You know, you shouldn't have to give it back.
hold on.
You
Yes,
shouldn't
you
have-
do.
No, you shouldn't.
You're supposed to. If I'm
No.
telling you, I'm giving you
Look.
$1,000 and then some back.
No.
See?
That means you're over them.
No, and why does
You
it
don't
have
have
to be
to get-
over? I'm giving
Because you want to give
how
them back.
how
We're
investments
all
work is you
equal
are supposed to
partners.
get your money back. You
Wait.
are supposed to get
Okay.
your
Everyone
money back.
get their money back. You don't give it back. The product or the service gives it back.
What? Okay, semantics, words.
No. It's a difference.
Your
Your words
But the
are
words
very
mean
important.
It's a
What you're
difference.
talking
It's
about,
a big difference.
what you're
Because
talking
you
about,
have stake in
It's
the
all
company.
5 of us
Which-
here.
Hold on,
Before
time out.
I even finish, before I even finish my statement, you
Go
guys
ahead.
just started. So let me just.
No,
That's the reason you're not
But
putting
let me-
nobody on your
Okay.
team.
And that's fine, but that's the issue right there because no one stopped to hear the rest of the statement.
But you have
What
to
I was
collectively
saying
get it back.
was, finish your statement.
even want to talk about it no more.
Can you
What
take a
happened?
breath?
Can we moving on? No.
So there's a
Oh my
difference.
God.
There's
We
a
gonna go
difference.
ahead and move on. No.
There's-
I'll be the first
time
one to
out.
see. No.
There's a
If you
difference.
ask me for $1,000, I will give it to you and say,
But
Listen to
Sunny-
the rest of the statement
But Sunny-
before you start trying to educate me on an idea that is
Okay,
in my
finish
head. You have to listen to the
finish
statement.
it. Let's let her finish.
So I won't even say the rest of that part because clearly you guys are hung up on that. If I'm telling you that, listen, this is going to bring us money. What is wrong? Why do you have to ask me the if, ends, where, but what if this doesn't work? Why do we have to be?
No, I want to ask you that. Personally, I would join your team.
Okay, but that's you compared to how many
Hold on.
millions of
Hold
black
on.
people who
Hold on,
was looking at
Sunny.
if, when, where, when, how,
I
why.
wouldn't ask
But
you no
Sunny-
questions.
But
Hold on.
Sunny, I'm gonna say this one thing.
Go ahead.
What you're talking about is people investing in it when what the actual goal should be is equity. It shouldn't time out. It shouldn't be that they invest their $1,000 and they get money
So let
back.
me get this
You
straight.
invest your $1,000 for a percentage
But let me get
of
this
the
straight.
company.
What,
For the long
word
term.
semantics.
No, it's
Because
not
it's
semantics.
not.
It's not semantics.
It's word semantics.
No, it's
Because
not.
if you make an investment, if I'm telling you
It's
get a
not
percentage
word
of the
semantics.
company and you don't get no money at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, you're gonna be looking at me like, babes, where did my $1,000 go?
When you go to Shark Tank,
That's
what do they
not-
sell?
That's not what it
When
is.
you go to Shark
When
Tank,
you go
what
to
do they
Shark
say?
Tank, Shark Tank says, I will give you $100,000
They'll
to
say
your
for X
company
amount
for
of-
X amount. Yes, you're gonna, but what's the difference of what I'm saying?
Okay,
If I'm
let
telling
me
you
tell
that
you
you're
the
investing
Because it's
$1,000
dividend.
and you're
I'm gonna tell you.
getting back money every quarter or every year, I'm confused. Is that not an investment?
Okay,
Like,
let me tell you why.
is it me?
Are you asking the question?
Okay, wait a minute. Let me chime in for one
Yeah,
moment.
go ahead.
What Sanday is describing is not just an investment. An investment, it usually gets stock, whatever. What she's describing is a cooperative.
Thank you.
Okay.
Those are the words that should be used, a cooperative, where people join in and they have a common goal, a joint venture, and then at the end or periodically, you see where you stand, and if it's time to pull out some money, you will. If you need to reinvest, you will. That's a cooperative. And the key word there is this. Amongst black people, we don't really cooperate with
Thank
each
you.
other.
Because
Okay,
before the
let me
sentence
chime
was
in.
even done, everybody was like, no, you're not going to get your money back.
No.
Wait.
Let me explain, Sandra. I will be the first person, if you ask everyone for $1,000, and let's go do a joint venture, to throw that 1,000 in there. Now, I'm not coming with the questions, because I understand business. I'm not coming with the questions,
But
but
you should want to give it before they ask.
But saying that, if you say we all, let's say the five of us, we put $1,000 in. Neither one of the five of us should be worrying about that 1,000. That's what Janice said. The cost of doing business.
It's the crack that y'all smoked this morning.
So-
You think that I'm investing my money
It's-
and I'm not
no,
getting my
no.
$1,000 back.
You're not only getting your 1,000.
Child.
You're not, but it's not about the 1,000. You
It
can't
is
wait
because
till
a
it's
lot
not
of
about
times
the
it could be
1,000.
my last. And I want to
Okay.
make sure
But
that
it's
I'm
about
not
equity.
One mic.
One mic.
Yeah.
It's about long-term revolving money coming constantly. If you say, give me my money back, then I could be out after it's off the ground. No. I'm going to put that 1,000 in because I want longevity and long-term revolving money. I don't want you to get my money back because you can say, see you later, my company is off the ground. That's not how it is. It's $1,000. Nobody cares.
Everyone said it's
No.
$2,000.
No, but I didn't get
No.
money. But I don't want my $1,000 back. I want longevity and revolving money for a long period of
The
time.
question that needs to be asked amongst us is not the questions that's being asked. Like I said, we're asking a who, what, where, if, but what. If we're asking questions that are very pessimistic versus optimistic. The questions that we should be asking would have been like, okay, well, what is the venture? What's your goal to get the
That's
venture?
what I want to know.
No,
I don't want my
Right, but those are
$1,000
not the questions
So-
we're asking.
So when you present this to someone, you give them a perspective. You give them an
Y'all
outline.
kind of proved to me at this point and moment that that's not possible within our
No,
community.
that's
So
not
if
true.
something was said and you
No.
disagree, you more listen to respond versus to
Like
listen.
people
So
say,
my
have
point
you
has
walk
been
together.
proven.
You have, for me, exactly for me, you have to come to me with how it's going to work from A, B, C.
Not
D.
the $1,000. I don't care about
No,
the 1,000.
I do care
That's the
about the
cost of
1,000.
doing business.
I do care
I
about
care
the
about the way the 1,000 is don't care about that.
But they
house.
have to explain that to you
Of
also.
course.
I
So
don't
don't
know.
come to me saying you're gonna get your money back. Listen, that's the cost of
No, I want you to tell me
how
how to
in
get
the
my money
long
back and then
term
some.
revolving money is going to come constantly. Not that $1,000. Not
You're saying the
small
same
money
thing
in
I'm
business.
saying. I literally said you're gonna get your 1,000 and then some back. You're
Okay,
saying
so and then
we're
some.
saying the same thing.
But
That's why I
it's-
said it's word semantics. But again,
Okay, well,
you're
it's
back.
word
You
semantics.
all validated my point when
Okay.
I said
But
that
also,
we don't ask the right questions.
okay, let me ask you this.
And
Cynthia.
we're very
Let me ask
pessimistic.
you this. So if we all did 1,000 in, right?
Uh-huh.
And you had everybody on a chart or some kind of graph showing the when the money goes up, when the money goes down, when we selling a lot, when we selling a little, selling a lot, selling a little. You shouldn't be, we're all equal on the same playing field. You shouldn't be responsible for letting Portia, Janice, Alana, and Karen know when they get money, when it's not getting money. It's like the Dow Jones report. It goes up, it goes down, stocks go up and down. We all are saying we got our money, we don't have our money, we got our money, we don't have our money. We should all, you shouldn't have to be the one person in the front line saying you get yours, you got yours, you don't
And
got
that's
yours.
the problem.
Let
Because
everyone
everybody
do their
wanna
business.
be in the kitchen. This person wanna boil the macaroni. Then this person wanna come in and
everybody
stir it.
can see
Then
the
that
ups and
person
downs.
wanna come in and put the milk on it. But this person said,
No,
no, I wanna put the
no.
butter because I know how to
I'm
put
just
the
saying
butter.
if they put in their money,
No,
they
they
need to
want to
know.
see the
We all,
the
and that's the
course
problem.
of
You
the
think
business.
when the Asian people are doing it, they're all sitting there trying to do it together? No, they give the money and they say, listen, I'm giving you the money. You come back to me when everything is put together, and then we can move on to
It's
the next
definitely not
step.
working like that.
No,
Okay,
It's definitely not working like that. I don't know what Asian people
Y'all
do.
go ahead and keep telling yourself that.
I need to.
Y'all go ahead and keep telling yourself that. See,
But I do agree with Sanjay that we need to come together. That's the
Yeah,
bottom line.
absolutely.
Whoever's running it and ain't running it, everybody run their own pocket. We need to come together.
Okay, now I need to ask another question before we continue with this cooperative business. Now, we're still talking about beauty supply stores. I'm going to ask Alana this question. How has the big Target or the big name stores like Target, Walmart, and even Amazon changed the beauty supply business?
I feel, and I was telling Karen and Sandy about this earlier, when you first start as a small business, I feel like your goal is to get in front of as many people as you can. So the beauty supply store is kind of your goal for success. But then when you get to Walmart and Target and these big name companies, you realize you have a larger audience that you have to appeal to. So therefore your ingredients may change. So I feel like sometimes it affects, no, not sometimes, always it affects how the consumers take the product because they're saying, well, this isn't how it used to be back in the day. It's because they now have to stretch their product to make more, or they can't use the raw materials like they were able to. So I feel like it does have the demand becomes more, and it's just like, how do I make sure I keep my profit, but at the same time I'm still making the product that needs to be put out. Yeah.
Well,
So
they
if you-
wanted
Now, on
to-
top of that too, when we're talking about going to China or Africa or even Jamaica to get our ingredients, if you want to sell them in a big Target store, it has to go through FDA approval,
Yes.
and that will change the product.
They
It
do
will
not have to go through
change
FDA approval.
it
No, do you know how many products is on the shelf that is not FDA approved?
Not in Target.
Yes.
Not in
Absolutely.
That's one of the qualifications.
We might have to do some research on that
Yeah.
and see.
I think that's one of the qualifications.
I'm about to Google right now because
I do know for the shelf life they do have to change.
Yeah.
They have to
I think
change
that-
the
you have to
ingredients.
change your ingredients to
Yes.
stabilize your product.
Right.
That has nothing to do with the FDA because the beauty industry is one of the biggest industries that is not regulated by the FDA. I can tell you that.
Well, aren't they supposed to let us know this product has not been
That's why they
FDA?
start putting
It says it on the
date on
label.
it. Yeah,
It
so
says-
that's why they give you the dates.
No.
What's the date for it?
Expiration dates is expiration dates. That's just promoting shelf life. How long after you open the product is it quote unquote good for? But that don't got nothing to do with the FDA. The beauty industry. Why do you think a lot of these products are on shelves at this moment? If half these products was to go through the FDA, they would not hit not even my goddamn living room door. Like it wouldn't be there because a lot of these products, like for instance, it took somebody else shouting out Design Essentials, and y'all know I love the rosemary peppermint shampoo. Y'all know that's my shampoo, but they haven't been able to produce because it has a product in there that's cancer causing. It causes cancer. So they have been
And that has not been FDA approved.
No, and they have been working through the formulas. They went big on TikTok.
Oh.
And then they pulled it. Like, social media is a blessing and a curse. But it's a blessing in the sense of you get information, but it's a curse because it intervenes with certain things like me getting my shampoo that helps with my scalp.
But you rather be safe.
I mean, do I?
Health wise.
Yeah.
I have a question for the producer. Should we have someone come to read us? Do we have any questions from our viewers? Any comments or questions?
We have a comment by Erich Barnes Davis, and they said she, I believe he means Sunny, is right. They never let her finish.
Right? Thank you, baby. That's it.
Should we have someone come to read us the question?
I was about to say, does anybody in the audience have a question about beauty supply?
Or would like to come and sit up here with us, like on the side, so you can read the questions for them? No, not on here. Like with
They
the
being
producer.
shy today.
With the producer.
Anyone have a question?
No, there weren't any in the comments.
The little rolling chair that's by the bathroom. You can bring.
Okay, so now let's move on. Janet, this question is for you, because I know you go to the beauty supply store a lot.
I do.
All right. What is your treatment when you go to the beauty supply store? Because I know you have a lot of issues with that.
Okay,
I'm gonna just pull one of the tricks out of that.
when I go to the professional store, which I am, everyone knows I'm a professional out. So
Girl.
when I go to the professional store, the treatment is a lot better because they are very versed in all the products that's there.
That's not treatment, that's knowledge.
Listen,
I think the question is
listen.
knowledge in the beauty supply.
First of all, I don't. Hello, my child.
I'm just saying.
To me, when I go to like the regular beauty supply store here, the treatment is very just go over there and I don't like that. Don't brush, never brush you off. And they just brush you off. Oh, over there, they don't know anything. Knowledge, they don't know knowledge, and they don't know how to treat you because they don't know customer service. You know why? Because they're very rude to begin with.
That's not all stores.
That's all of them.
No, they're not. If you would do that, that sounds jacked up.
That's all of them.
Shout out to
When
Marvin.
you go to the whatchamacallit,
Marvin, shout out to Marvin at Afro Beauty. I'm on the road. And shout out to my friend. I don't know his name, but he's at Beauty World in Park Chester. That's the homie.
But maybe that's
You
true.
know who I'm talking about. But those are the ones that I go to.
Yeah, those
But
two.
every time I go to
And if you ask a hard question, they
first of all, Miss Professional, you're the professional. You should be looking like beauty supply.
I might
Asking
be
no questions.
confused.
Okay, because you're the professional. You're the one 30 years in the game. You like to wear your bag, so let me go ahead and shine it up for
Very
you.
sure.
You 30 years in the game. You should be looking for the things that know what's what and who's who and bing bang boom.
When
When you go to the
professional
beauty
store,
supply store, it is the corner
Amazing.
store. You can't go to the corner store
amazing.
and ask for supermarket stuff. Like that don't make no sense.
All right, let me ask Janet a question. Janet, when you go into the local beauty supply store, and shout out to Marvin and Afro, he gives me champagne at Christmas. every year.
Yes,
I love it.
and Beauty World in Port Chester. That's my baby. Hey, friend.
Oh Lord.
Janet, when you walk into the beauty supply store, let's take BW2 powder and Quick Blue. Now you're a new cosmetologist, and you want to find out which one is better for our hair, as far as which one is more harsh, which one is gentle, which whatever. If the person in the beauty supply store on the corner doesn't know, what is your reaction?
My reaction is, why are you selling it?
Why you ain't pay attention in class?
No, why are you selling it?
Because
First of all,
it's
I'm
you.
a consumer. I'm asking you.
But do
When
you
I come through the
expect?
door, I'm a consumer.
Okay, but in the local beauty supply store, we have established who's the owners, correct?
Right?
Yes.
Do you feel like they went to beauty school?
I don't care.
They
I
should
want you
what
to
they're
know.
doing.
See, that's
They
the problem.
should. But do you think that they know about every? This is L'Oreal, Revlon, Mazani. There's got to be all kind of things.
I need
Do
you
you
to
think
know.
that they know what the difference between Eco Style and Queen Elena?
The good ones do.
I need them to know
Maybe.
something.
Why? Why? It's the
Don't
beauty
just sell me
supply
that.
store. You cannot go to Red Lobster and ask for steak and expect it to be the quality of Peter Luger's. It's fast, and then there is professional.
It doesn't
that doesn't make the
excuse it.
difference for
It
who's working
doesn't.
there.
That's right.
If you're working there, you need to know about the
At
You
least
ask
you
these
have an
$15
idea.
an hour employees to educate you.
It don't matter.
They should know.
That is jacked up, and then you know what? Bring your
Just like when you go to
Cosmo
Forever 21 or H&M and you're asking for something, they should know what you're asking for. You work there. Why you don't know?
What you asking? Do you have Queen Helen? Is different from asking. Excuse me, but is this bleach better than this?
They
bleach?
should know.
No,
Yes, they should.
no, they're not hairstylists.
No,
They're
they
cashiers.
But they should know based on who comes in the store.
No, that's an opinion. You are the professional.
Okay, there's two types of people that go to beauty supply stores. You have the beauty professionals like us, and you have the consumer. The consumer, the general person that wants to upkeep their style from the time they get it until the time it's time to take it out.
Action stylists.
Now,
They have the people that do hear from home as well. They're going in there and
Google
they
it.
might need to ask a question as well. Why don't you, that's selling the
Because
product?
they are not beauty
Why don't you know?
professionals.
No,
That does not make a difference.
They're not
That
a
doesn't
beauty.
make a difference.
Listen,
The person at
y'all
H&M
have
is not a
these
stylist. The
expectations.
person at H&M is not a stylist. They should still know the
Okay,
difference between
but
cargo
you're
and
comparing.
down.
Okay, you're
Basic.
comparing something as fashion that you can easily look at, take off the rack, feel, and say this quality is better than that quality. To bleach something that that person does not have experience with, that you literally have to know that
Let me give
it's
you
on
a
a
story.
circumstantial on who's who or what's what for it to
Let
work.
me give you a story. So we go to, and they're pretty, Field Beauty is a pretty big chain
Yes.
in New York.
yes.
So we walk into Field Beauty, and I forgot what I was buying, but I know I'm buying something now. Miss owner comes around, because I'm sure she's the owner. She's aged. So she comes around, and I'm asking her a question. Simple question, it wasn't that hard. You're going to piss me off if you give me the wrong
Simple
answer.
questions to you might be hard questions of her.
Yeah,
What
but
is the
she-
question?
I think I asked her, what was it? I asked her something about the product. I know I asked her something about the product, something very basic that I felt like she should know.
No, I
I
need
have to remember-
context. I need context. You
Your
know how
basic
basic
question
question.
might be
I
hard.
need context.
No,
What are you
no,
looking for?
she
Were you looking
didn't
for
know.
shampoo? Were you looking
No,
for color?
what did I
What are you
buy?
looking
I think you were looking for a color,
for?
and
Okay.
you
What's the
want
color?
to know which one covered better.
Yes. So we know that it moves 3 stages or 4 stages.
I
That's
know.
basic. So you expect them to know
It's
that.
basic to you.
No, well, they don't know that. The amount of people that come in your store every day and ask you the same thing over and over, I am not the only person that's doing it. But my point is how she answers. Like you're trying to dismiss me. No, don't dismiss me.
See, that's you
Period.
feeling like you're not. That's the you feeling like
Instead
you're
of
not
trying
being
to
treated
help
as a
me.
valued
Help me.
customer.
Help me read the package. Pretend that you know what you're doing.
Bro,
At least read the package
you
and say,
gotta
oh, but
Google
you know what? It
yourself before you
says whatever. You're running a business here. I'm still a consumer.
But do
She
you
know
feel
that's
that
true. She needs to
Do
try
you
to.
feel that
try
beauty
to help
supply stores should have a cosmetologist on staff?
Y'all they
Yeah.
y'all gonna pay for it? Y'all gonna pay for it?
I'll be there.
Y'all gonna pay for it? Is everyone in the room willing to get the payment for that? Are you gonna take minimum wage to sit inside?
But you know what I do know? You know what I do know?
Right.
This is what I do know. If I'm working someplace over a period of time, just based on the questions that people come in and ask me all the time, I am going to, even if I don't want to know, I am going to be educated.
This is
Right.
what you
And I
do.
know that.
But this
And
is what you
I
do.
never know.
But this is what you do. This is what you do. I'm gonna tell you what the solution is. I'm gonna tell you the solution to all of this. Boom. I was a beauty advisor with CVS many moons ago, right? And I don't know if you guys frequent CVS often, but back in like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there, CVS had came out with these European lines, Vichy, La Roche-Posay, Avène, and you literally could not just walk in and just get it. You had to get a skin analysis. So as a beauty advisor, we were basically trained like distributors. We knew how to do the skin analysis. We knew how to identify your problems and then give you the proper product that will work for you. So what if, and this is just an idea, but what if our distributors took the time out, if not once a month, go into these stores and say, listen, I'm not only going to educate your team and you, but I'm here to educate the customer.
That would be a great idea.
Because it's not fair for you to look at somebody who does not have an education in cosmetology and expect them to know this, because what other people come in, hair is a chemical makeup.
'90s when United Ron Carlo was around.
Who's that?
They're older than you.
I mean,
United-
clearly,
oh,
because
yeah,
I'm
they're
only in my
older than you.
20s, but
Yeah, but United Ron Carlo. When you stepped into a United Ron Carlo store, anything you asked for, there was somebody
They were
there.
licensed, knowledgeable,
It's like, you know, yeah, but they also sold
This is-
regular.
this is
Should we
very-
expect
But they
the
probably
same?
get a higher pay.
This is very
Should
fast
we-
food versus fine dining. I'm just telling y'all.
Should we expect the same treatment in a beauty supply store as we get from a professional store?
But we can't
No,
expect
not
it. We
really.
could wish for it,
No,
but we're not gonna get it.
So that same question about
Yeah.
which color covers better, would you get the answer there in a professional?
In a minute, first of all, I wouldn't even have to ask her. She's volunteering.
She's on your back, like what
And
you
she's
need.
helping me.
Yeah.
She's helping me to say,
Asking
well, you know what? Such and such and such. They're going to, and mind you, I think Sally's people, they're just trained, like, just basically. To be honest, they're not, you know,
They're
They're
some
professionals.
They're
In Cosmopolitan, they're
Well, no,
professionals.
yes.
It's a professional
not
store, but
Sally.
like again, you're comparing fast food to fine dining. I do not know why
I
because
don't know why.
There's
That's
a lot
because the
of-
people are
there's
still
a lot of-
spending their money. Stop
okay,
spending your money when
okay,
you don't know the
oh,
answer.
Okay,
Then
so
they come to me
so you
with the jacked up
okay,
hair.
but again, but you, the 30-year veteran
Yeah.
is walking into a beauty supply store,
I'm
a
desperate
beauty
at that
supply
point.
store, asking someone who you
that's
clearly know does not have the knowledge.
I'm
There's a
desperate
difference.
at that
There's a
time.
difference when it comes to certain things. Yes, if I ask you, hey, which pack of braiding hair is better, right? I'm not gonna get hung up on that because it's braiding hair, and you're more likely to tell me like, well, you know, I tried this one myself, and I like how it, you know, braids and stuff like that. But never in a million years. When it comes to chemicals, it's not fair. It is not a
I'm
fair.
not depending on the beauty supply
I'm
store
not.
owner, the
I'm
manager,
not.
the girl on the floor.
I'm
asking,
not the
"Can I help you?"
franchiser.
I'm not asking none of them.
No.
The
Their
owner, you know what the
opinion on
owner
a
said?
chemical
Hold on one
product
second, let
that
me
I
get
was
someone.
professionally trained
I was
to do.
like, let me
You're,
get someone.
you know what, Janet? Maybe you should open up a
Yeah.
first beauty supply store where you hire
Let me
nothing
get
but
someone.
professionals.
And have a nice little payroll going.
Right,
That's
right.
what you're gonna
How
have to
much
do.
for those products?
Child, her overhead will be out the moon, okay?
You're trying to triple for the product. It's gonna
Okay.
pay all these professionals.
One mic on Miss Portia.
excuse me.
I said one mic on Miss Portia.
One mic for me. Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna ask everybody this question.
Before we go on, I'm sorry, ladies, I have to run.
Oh.
I have to leave. I enjoyed this so much, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye,
my sisters.
Bye, baby.
Alrighty, take care, honey.
Oh, somebody want to start over?
Y'all come to sit here.
We're gonna invite a guest.
We're gonna have everybody guest.
We're gonna invite a guest. This is something we don't normally do on the Eternal Beauty on Air
And you can read
podcast.
the, and you can
But
read
we're
the
gonna have
comments.
we're going to have a invited guest, and I'll introduce her shortly.
So until our guest comes up,
Okay, until our guest comes up,
What's the
Yeah.
question?
what's the question?
I have no question.
No, it was in your comments.
On the comments.
So when you posted it, somebody asked it in the comments.
It was just a comment. The comment was, I believe Sandy was saying something, or no, Karen, you said, why is it that Black people don't have their own beauty supply or, their own unit? And I said, it's because Black people don't unite. Chinese people, or Asian people, should I say, excuse me,
Unite.
Asian people stick together. So of course, they're gonna stick by their people and get their hair and their connections, but our people, our African American people, there are egos. There are so many things that come into par, and if you're doing better than I am, and my shop was open longer than you, I'm not going to give you my connect because you're going to
Right.
do better than me. So of course, this is why there are no
Thank you.
Black
Yeah.
people. So,
All right,
yeah,
all right. We're gonna elaborate on that. Come
Yeah.
right here. This is Dayo Florio. Okay.
Okay, Dayo, welcome, girl.
Welcome. Done by you all. Let me take the credit.
Dayo, go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Hi guys, I'm Daya.
Client of Eternal Beauty. How long have you been a client?
Client and longtime friend for maybe 15 years. I don't know, it's a long time, a very long time.
Now,
From Harlem, yes.
Dial, you also, we just going to do a little promotion here. You also have a game.
Oh, true, yes. I did create a game called Hip Hop on the Rocks. It's available in the App Store. It's a trivia game, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna look at that right now.
Yeah. And she has other business ventures that she will be bringing out very soon.
Yeah, and I made a small game show called Next Stop Hip Hop.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
I'm on that. I'm on that. How are you on that, Dio?
Hit me up.
So, Dial, let's ask you a question. What has been your experience when you go to a beauty supply store?
From the consumer's point
From the
of view.
consumer's point of view, when I go to a beauty supply store, typically I do need help. Like I have so many questions, mostly when I'm trying to buy makeup products, and there's really nobody to help me. So I just end up buying a whole bunch of different things and just trying it out at home. That's been my experience.
But baby, that's why you go to Sephora.
I know, that's true. That's true.
Yes,
But when I do go to beauty supply stores, just right, right.
Well, that's you see. Okay, so guys, remember when I came in, I was like, I'm hungry and I wanted to eat, right? And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna eat because I didn't bring my makeup with me and I wouldn't be able to touch my lips up, right? So boom, I gave in because I had to eat. This is 5. I would have been at 20 today if I had not ate.
Oh God.
But don't do me. But I went and got something to eat. On my way back, I stopped inside of the Rite Aid. So I already know what I did to create my lip color. So literally have to match.
Right.
So if you're going to like the beauty supply store and stuff like that, my recommendation to you is always get something close to what you already have. Close to your MAC, close to your Sephora and stuff like that. That way you don't go home and get anything that looks crazy. Don't go outside the box. These are literally just supposed to be substitutes of what you already have at home. So I was able to get, I had used a deep brown lip liner and my MAC Blankety lipstick with my Flower Cutie, shout out to Flower Cutie lip gloss, mint lip gloss. And with that, when I went to the Rite Aid, I was literally looking for things that was literally as close to that as those colors and brands, and I was able to get it. So don't you ever go into the beauty supply store looking for brand new. Please don't. Oh God, don't.
You won't find it.
You won't. Just get close to what you already have.
My problem with a beauty supply store too that I've noticed at a beauty supply store, back in time they weren't able to carry professional items, but now it's free for all. I mean, there's no distinction.
What do you mean?
Before you wouldn't be able to get like relaxers and
You had to get that from a supplier.
yeah, you had to
A distributor.
you couldn't get it, but now
That's not their fault.
no, I'm just saying now anybody can go get a relaxer, just go home and relax
Try it
in
out.
air and
And they come back to us
yeah,
to fix
say, oh, I don't know what happened. Same thing with the colors or whatever. It used to be more controlled, I guess. No
I think that
Crazy.
the reason for that is products. What's the word I'm looking for? Companies are trying to be more widely available. Here's the thing about living in the inner city, right? And we can all acknowledge it: convenience.
Everything is at your fingertips.
Well, you do know that over the pandemic, I don't know if they know, but I can tell you that someone told me, over the pandemic, a lot of little mom and pops, not only mom and pop, but a lot of those companies, they went under. So the thing that's still
Of
standing,
course,
L'Oreal and
Dave, I said it: convenience. Convenience.
so it's crazy.
If you're a mom and pop, and during the pandemic, and you weren't able to get supplies, then baby, that bankrupt was filed the next day. Like,
Dr. Miracle is
remember-
gone, that's
but Dr. Miracle wasn't that great anyway.
No, I didn't like it. Me personally, I don't
Yeah,
even
Dr.
know
Miracle
But somebody did like it.
Somebody
which was
liked
on
it. It was
Mark.
on the market.
It was there because it was there, but it wasn't that great. They were gonna die out once a lot of these handmade, homemade products came about.
Right.
But I feel like companies wanted to be more accessible. And again, living in a city, a metropolis, you get convenience, not from a beauty supply store standpoint, but from a beautician standpoint. You know, you can walk on the block and see three hair salons and make your pick. Whereas, and we get this because we have a lot of clients that come from like Colorado and stuff, right? And what is their biggest complaint?
There is some places that they just drive.
No, what
They
is
can't
what is
find-
their
they
biggest
can't
complaint? They
find-
can't find somebody
Because
to
they live
sue
there.
it.
Right.
Where they are, there is not a lot of us. So that
Well, that's
being
everywhere.
said,
Even my friends who come
right.
from all over,
Right.
especially like PA.
So
they
that's
say, oh,
why-
well, PA is so big, Delaware.
Yes,
Miss
so
Sherry,
that's
come from
why
A lot of people come from other suburban areas.
That's why
and they say there
companies-
are not any beauty salons
right.
providing the service. Therefore, there probably are no beauty supply stores on the corner to provide them the
Right.
products either.
And that's why companies went from making things readily available just to professionals to giving it to everyone. But here's the downside to that, right?
Giving it to everyone is a big mistake.
The quality of the product is not as strong as what we get.
Because if we live in, let's say we live in Peekskill, and it's not like corner stores, it's not set up like urban area, like corners where everybody's houses are far apart, this, that, and the other, everyone's driving, there's no public transportation. So an area like that, this is the reason why Target and Walmart and all these big chains have the products in there. Because those are the drive-up malls that everyone in the 10-mile radius is going to shop at. There's not one beauty supply store in the area. So that's why the chains like Target and Walmart, they have taken on these distributors.
Well, it's not only that. Like, I'm trying to remove the responsibility from the stores. Because, yes, without the store, you can't get the product. What I'm trying to have everyone fully understand to get to Janet's point of, things being readily available in the store and no longer just at the tips of the professional hand is accessibility. If I live in Peekskill, like you say, and I have someone to do my hair, guess what I'm gonna do? If I ever go to a convention or run across somebody that works with Dark and Lovely, I'm gonna say, listen, I love your product, but I can only get it at my beauty supply, at my beautician. She's the only one that can get it to me. And I don't live near her. I have to always drive hours and hours and, right. So companies are now making it readily available. They're no longer thinking about, okay, the reason we want you to go to the professionals because we want to make sure that it's being done properly, it's being done easily. They're not thinking about the convenience and it being readily available. But what we sacrifice when we do that, when companies do that, is the integrity and the quality of the product. So while, I always refer Design Essentials to my girls, I do. But I always tell them, the ones you get in the store is a different quality.
It really is.
What
The distributors bring us to the salon.
right.
I
So
don't know if that's true. I
It
don't
is.
want to
It
think
is.
that's
It
true.
is.
It is.
It's
It is 100% true.
You're like, I'm
I
gonna
don't
shut my
wanna
ears.
No, it's true.
I don't wanna
You
hear
wanna
that.
know why? You wanna know why it's true? Because if I give you a perm that I use
Relaxer.
in the
Relaxer.
yeah, if I use the perm relaxer, people that
No.
if I give you that and put it on the shelf and say, yeah, this is how you use it, and you not knowing the directions or even understanding the strength of it and understanding that, okay, yes, this is the way that you typically use it, but for somebody who has like a softer texture, you might not want to keep it on for that long. Because remember, on the box, they're not in depth with their instructions.
They're surely not.
They're not in depth with their
And
instructions.
just to go in on the relaxer and the Design Essentials, they have the sensitive scalp that you have to mix. Now the box comes 6 applications with 1 bottle of liquid solution that you're supposed to mix a certain amount of the liquid solution into each one of those 6 containers. If you have not been trained by Design Essentials or a professional cosmetology school, you will not know how much liquid to pour into each one of those 6 containers.
And
So I'm like, why do they even sell this in the store?
it's not the same quality.
I don't believe.
It's not the same. Janet, you are so delusional. We're not doing that this week.
I'm gonna ask Matthew. When I see you,
Well,
I don't want to.
Ask
Okay,
Matthew. And you know what? It's even better than asking Matthew because you're very familiar with Design Essential products. Buy a shampoo from almond avocado shampoo from Matthew, and go to the corner store, beauty supply store, and buy the almond avocado shampoo and test out the consistency, the lather, the everything,
It's not the
and
same.
find out. And you see for yourself if you feel
Even
it's
I
the
can
same.
tell you off the rip that the bamboo silk leave-in conditioner, I was buying it from the beauty supply store because I'm like, oh, it's the same thing.
I hate that.
And I bought it from the beauty supply store. It smelled different. It felt different.
It's watered down.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
was
watered down.
literally, yeah.
I was about to say, think about it like when you go to the dollar store and you buy fabrics off of them. It's not the same as if you go to Target and buy the
Right.
fabrics off of them.
Right, the detergent is not detergent, it's shampoo, it's not shampoo.
hand soap, body
Right.
soap, none of that stuff
Because
is the same in a 99-cent store.
They have to cut the activated ingredient by a percentage so that the at-home person, even though they do it anyways, the at-home person, the person that's using the product at home, does not cause severe damage. It's a liability. It's a lawsuit. You're not a professional. You don't know.
And the box says for professional use.
Right.
But you're going to use it at home because you're
That's
trying
why
to save a few
Two
pennies.
reasons
Right.
why they water it down in the 99 discount.
We have two
because
comments.
they're doing
Okay,
mass
tell your
production,
comments.
and because they don't want people to damage their stuff.
So the two comments are, one is they don't know, but they don't know. If you are a stylist, you should tell your customer what should be good for their hair when they're going.
Absolutely.
And the second comment is the problem with small businesses is that they don't take pride in what they're selling. But if you are in any business, you should want to know your job because you are helping people and you will be building your business by doing so.
Question, let me say something about
Yes.
that you spoke on. First of all, no, scratch that word. I don't want to use that. Before, as a professional, you have to tell people how to maintain their hair at home. You're supposed to. You used to have products that you were able to sell to them from the professional, which is the retail product, and you have the professional product. I don't know, according to Sandy, that's changing now. But we used to be able to sell retail products just
We
for
still
the
can.
home use. I don't know if what
We
happened
still
with that.
can.
I don't see it as much anymore.
Yeah.
I sell my little edge control design essentials, and I sell my the conditioner to put into the
You still
scalp,
can't see me.
to oil scalp, and all of that.
If I have to tell
So,
you,
I want
if I have
to
to tell you, if I have to tell you a product to be used that's close to what I'm currently using, one, I use it myself, so I can tell you what it is. And two, I know that it comes close to the professional brand. So it may not be the same brand, but it will give you the same outcome as if I had done it. And I would hope, well, most of my clients, they listen, so I don't have to worry about that, but I would hope that people would listen to their stylist and go with what their stylist tell them and understand that it's for a reason that they're telling that. In regards to that second comment, I don't think that small businesses don't take pride
Same thing I was
in
gonna
what
say.
they do. I think they do take pride in what they do, but in when you're running a store, as an owner, you have a lot to think about and to do, especially if you're doing it all. If you're being the Jackie or the Jack of all trades, you're doing it all. I think, like I said earlier, they have to be a little bit more crafty and a little bit more creative in making sure that they can find a way to educate their consumers and stuff. But consumers, it falls on you too. It falls on you as well. You can't always walk in the store and expect to get, someone who knows it to answer it. You got to do a little bit of groundwork yourself.
I have a little pushback on that just from the sense of if we've established that most of these beauty supply stores are not Black owned, but they're placed in spaces where it's occupied by a lot of Black people, then you should care about what you're selling to this community because you're
I didn't say you
putting
shouldn't
yourself.
care. That's not what I said. I didn't say you shouldn't
You say
care.
that the consumer shouldn't expect.
Yeah, but they
Exactly.
okay, so let me change the wording. So the consumer should expect that this company that's only being put in their neighborhood, because we've said it, they're not in the suburbs, they're not where the others are, they're where we are. So if you're going to purposely put yourself in proximity to where we are, then we deserve for you to care about what you're selling
That's why
to
you
us.
said, and that's why I said that they have to be creative and try to get some type of educational material, whether it be you get your distributor or someone in there.
Oh, okay. So
Educate
even
them.
if it's not them, they should find
Right.
somebody to
But
do it.
again,
Okay.
as a consumer, and I'm sorry, and I'm a consumer before I'm anything in this world because I like to spend money. It's true, but you have some responsibility as well. You do not just walk into your doctor's office and expect your doctor to fully tell you what's wrong with you. You have done some research on your own where you can fully explain to your doctor what is happening so that when they're telling you, like, hey, this is what it is, you also have an understanding. And the same goes for businesses across the board.
Can I just say one little thing?
Yes.
I just don't feel like these Asian beauty supply stores are gonna do this because there's no incentive for them to do it.
Right.
We're not saying we're not gonna support your business.
We're
We're
gonna
not
go
saying
anyway, right?
we're not gonna shop with you. So there is no reason. Why would they?
What's
Why
the
would they
incentive?
spend more money? There's no reason for them to.
I
They're
agree with
still
Dio,
shopping.
and piggybacking off of what Dio said, forget about us Black people worrying about them educating their staff to be able to tell us about our product that we need in our hair. We need to more so worry about us
Right.
opening our own store, educating our own self and our own staff, and selling to our own people
Right.
at reasonable prices. Because I am a salon owner for several years, and my whole goal with this is to give good quality work at affordable prices in the neighborhood where I live or where Black people live. So we don't need to worry about going to the corner beauty supply store not owned by us but sold to us and having to worry about, oh, they're not educating their staff. I couldn't care less
And
if
they're watching
the
you on
staff
camera,
is
making sure
educated
you're
or not. All I personally, Karen Vanderberg Johnson, cares about is us opening our own businesses and selling to our own people the products that we need for our mains on our head.
Okay.
I don't care nothing about nothing else.
Let's talk about that for a minute because we have our closing thoughts coming up. Now, what we do as Black people do, we are consumers. We are not producers. Also, when we do have our own businesses, we go to each other and we want a discount. You doggone know well those Black products cost more than VO5. So why not pay more? I personally will pay more to patronize a Black-owned business than I would an Asian-owned
Sure
business. Yeah, I know of where I buy my beauty supplies from are 3 places. My number one person is Roger, who's a distributor. Call him up.
Shout out to Roger.
He will deliver it to you and you pay. He just wants to know how much you want, what color, what size, and he'll deliver it to you. Sometimes same day. He used to have a beauty supply store on Boston Road. He closed up and now he's doing deliveries. The second place I go to is owned by Africans on 3rd Avenue. And I didn't know it was owned by Africans. I thought they just worked there. But it's owned by Africans. I go there and spend at least $100 every week. And they say, hi, Miss Portia, how you doing today? They know me. And I get my professional discount from them. The third criteria that I have when I go buy beauty supplies is this. Someone there must be Black. If there's no one there Black, you get none of my Black dollars.
All skin folk ain't kin folk. I'ma just say that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. As long as somebody is
Those are
Black.
your rules.
Somebody
That's right.
is Black.
That's
I
what
don't
I
care
like.
if I have to pay 25% more. You will get my money if it's Black owned or you employ Black people. I'm all about empowering our people, our community. What can we do to fix this? I'm going to call it an epidemic. We need to do more cooperatives. So like they said, like Janet said earlier, we're buying by the gross, they're buying by the pallet. This is how the Asians do. They buy by the pallet and split it up between 5 salons or five supply stores. We need to do the same thing. Now, everyone who's listening, I have a challenge for you. If you want to become a bigger Black-owned business, are you willing to do it as a cooperative? Are you willing to invest your money with other people and spread the wealth? That's the only way we're going to make the numbers that the Asians make. That's the only way we're going to make the numbers. We can have a beauty supply store on every block, and literally there is one or every 2 or 3 blocks. And they all could be making money, and they all can be Black-owned if we do the cooperative. We have had generational brainwashing where we don't trust each other to go on business.
That part.
There's an issue there. We don't even trust our brother, our cousin, our sister.
My brother very
Well,
much.
of course you do, Janet. You have a different family. You have a different family.
Because me and
But-
my brother don't pay, okay?
There's too many people out there that don't trust their own family members to go in business with them. Why? Generational brainwashing. We need to break the mold.
I wouldn't
Carry-
fully put it on generational brainwashing. That's also what you've experienced as well. But Nikki, is it Nikki?
That's my sister.
Hey girl, you said something that I was thinking as well. Like we can't only put all of this on the business owners. We as consumers, and again, jump down my throat if you want to. I'm fully prepared. We walk into stores sometimes and our dispositions are so disgusting.
Yeah.
They're so disgusting, especially when we know that the owner is black. You can go to any store that I frequent and they'll let you know. Like I said, I don't know my friend's name on Beauty World on Rochester, but every time I walk in there, all his employees, hey friend, how you doing, friend? How is it going? Yeah, you know, the happy holidays or whatever. Y'all don't have a lot of black people. The minute they see relatability, they lack.
That's a generational.
That's generation.
That's generation. We gotta do better. We gotta
That's
do
generation.
better.
And within our own community, you want to break up into different segregations. You want to break up into different nationalities. We are all black.
We have to say, ladies, that it's not generational, it's etiquette.
Right.
And a lot of times etiquette also comes along with education.
Right.
We have to teach each other. It's not
And it's-
always just
yeah.
doing it just mainstream. It's simple things that was taught to
Simple.
us as children that we have not followed.
We need
as
to
adults.
greet people.
lack
We need
it.
to say good
Yes.
morning, sister.
Call
Good
back
morning,
from the
brother.
back.
And you know what? It's so bad that besides generational and besides everything else, some black people will purposely not go to a black-owned store just walking with a better attitude. Good morning, good afternoon.
Listen,
I try to live
we
that
know-
way
we
because
know-
more people need
We
that.
know where
We have
that stems from. The minute you
Women.
walk in and you say, like, for me, people, I'm always chirpy when I greet my clients, and I always try to keep it lighthearted. You know, because the minute I feel like you're gonna get on my nerves, I know how to politely tell you I'm not the one for you. Sometimes I'll just come out and say I'm not the one for you, but I won't do it in a nasty way. I'm like, listen, man, I'm sorry. I don't feel that I have the capability to execute what you're asking for. A lot of people don't know how to do that, and it's amazing to me because a lot of the ones who don't know how to do it are the ones who are quick to stomp their feet and clap their hands and say they are educated. Oh, I got a degree in this, and I went to a all-black school and stuff. So did your all-black school not teach you mannerisms?
We
No,
have-
no,
We have
but
a
it's
few.
bad.
We have a few comments.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go into our comments.
So we have comments from Naya Ford.
Hey, my girl.
Janae.
She says, "What at-home remedies do you recommend for when you can't make it to the salon or beauty supply store?"
Depends on what service you're trying to give us.
She has natural. I've known this Naya since she was 5 years old. That's my baby. Janaea, depending on what you're trying to do with your hair,
You know
You
the
have to
saying,
speak directly to your stylist.
You know the saying, kiss, keep it simple. It's usually stupid, but I'm gonna say silly. Keep it simple, silly. If you have like a perm or
The educator in me
Right.
won't allow you to say that.
If you have natural hair, if you have chemically processed hair color, anything like that, focus on hydration. Focus on hydration. You can never ever have too much hydration. So just shampoo and condition. Don't jump off the wall. Don't do too much extra stuff. Don't do anything that can later cause an inconvenience in your in your routine for when you get to the salon.
So what about the people who do the eggs and the mayonnaise and the
Eat it.
and all of that stuff at home?
Eat it. Eat it. Your body is gonna better absorb that than it's sitting at the surface of your follicles. Eat it. Take daily vitamins. Drink lots of water. I'm not saying that it doesn't have benefits. It does. But the amount of times that you have to do it combined to what you're also putting in your body, you can give yourself too much protein, which then cause your hair to be brittle. So you're better off skipping that step. Just stick to a hydrating shampoo and conditioner until you can make it to your stylist. Because remember, what we're using is not eggs, mayonnaise, and things of that nature. We're using products that have chemicals in it. And if you're constantly doing that and you're only coming to us once a month or once every 4 months, it's going to cause problems. And then you're going to be mad because you're like, my silk price is not coming out how it used to. Well, stop wasting a tray of eggs on your head. And just choose it.
Terry Stanford says, Hair Jadeite is a new Black-owned company, and yes, we are willing to listen to co-op.
Yes, shameless promo.
So-
Hair Jadeite.
So concept.
That hair is really good.
So
That's
give
Jadeite.
us a
Yeah, that's
call.
Miss Karen has
I
that.
wear Jadeite. I gotta do a commercial for you guys.
So they are willing to get on the Ebony bandwagon and collaborate. So
Nice.
ladies, y'all gotta
All right, now we're up to our closing remarks. We're going to start with Karen. Karen, what do you propose to fix this problem? Fix this epidemic?
Okay, I got my closing remarks ready, like a loaded gun. My closing remark is, when you enter into any establishment, whether it be a beauty supply, a restaurant, wherever, and you reach into your pocket and you take out your money and you get ready to hand it to someone, think before you hand it over and say, if I was selling something, the person that I'm handing this money to and I'm supporting their business, would they hand their money to me and support my business? And let that answer in your brain determine whether you continue on with that purchase. That's all I have to say.
Janet, closing remarks.
My closing remark is, we're going to go back to the 90s. There used to be a little logo on all products made by African American. They were Black companies. It looks like a little Nefertiti.
Yes.
We need to go back to looking for that and spending our money that way. That's my
So
closing
Black-owned businesses try to connect with each other or create a logo, put it on social media, let it go viral.
Like the rabbit for
That's
cruelty free.
That we are going to create a symbol that's going to go on to every Black-owned product, and we are going to all use that symbol in the back of our product, so we know who to support and who not to support. Because, like I said in my closing remarks, if you were selling something, would the people that you purchase from all the time, would they give back to you?
Absolutely.
And another thing to look at is when you're in these stores, do the employees look like you?
That's right.
Because I know in the nail salons, there's never any Black workers in there. So
Yeah,
just
this
like-
one in Harlem, Infinity Nails. Shout out to
That's the
Chi Chi
one.
Brown. I ain't
That's the
seen
one.
her forever.
That's like the
But
one and
there's
only.
one by
That
the
they're
Botanical
Asian
Garden.
owned.
No, there's one by the Botanical Garden, Fancy Nails. Shout out to Nail Trendy. She does amazing nails.
Question:
I
Are
never
they
see Asian people
the
employing Black
owners?
people.
Are they that's their business, or they work?
They
within,
work there, and
Okay,
there's
so
a couple Black-owned nail salons, but
I'm not talking about Black owned. I'm
No,
saying
one
Asian owned
yeah,
that
no,
employ
they
Black
have
people.
ones that
There's a
have
couple of diamonds in
Yeah.
there.
there's a couple places. Like I said,
I've
Fancy
never-
Nails.
I've never seen it.
But
I've
Fancy
never been
Nails.
to a nail salon with
Fancy
Asian
Nails
people
owned
in
by
it.
Botanical
I've never
Garden.
seen that.
Well, there's a few diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, there's a few.
Sanday, closing remarks.
In the terms of beauty supply stores, I want everyone to understand that it's a store that's convenient and is not going to basically, as a professional, give you what you need. So do a little bit of homework. I do a lot of homework whenever I'm going shopping, for no matter what it is. It could be something as simple as a t-shirt. I do a little bit of homework before I go. Please do not rely heavily on the employees, because it's not a fact that the product will work the way you want it to. It's only an opinion. So it's best to do your homework. And we as a people, I just feel we need to just not be so hard on each other, especially in business. What you give is what you get. Be good on reciprocating energy, and just be modest as a business owner and also as a consumer.
because you wouldn't walk into others' establishment and behave the way you behave when it comes to ours. We have to start changing how we're being viewed and not only be looked at as cash cows, because that's how the others look at us. We're cash cows. They're going to spend their money with us no matter what. Let's start having a little bit more pride in where our dollars are going and also how we carry ourselves and treat each other.
In closing remarks, I would like to give a shout out to Nicole, who did Janice makeup.
Child, we get
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you,
Get up
Nicole.
Woo-hoo.
Keep in mind, you can always comment on our podcast through our Facebook, and we will respond to you if you have a question or anything like that. Thank you for joining us for our fifth podcast. Fifth podcast.
Thank you for our audience, Monique in the back, my
Yes.
friend. Thank you for our audience, Nikki in the back, Ivory, the girls, Trinity and Tiana, my daughter who's somewhere in the salon, Kijana, and our producer, Tina Marie.
And Dial.
And our
Yes.
guest today.
We'll see you next month in October. We will post a date in advance and a time. And have a great week.
Hey.
You know what I thought? Sonny's gonna kill you for not getting your thing together.